So now you have a lot of financial planners and advisors now kind of jumping on this bandwagon and starting to talk about these strategies. And then you also have insurance companies now that are coming into the market and developing new products. Now, the problems with that is that while it's good the strategies are getting more known because they're a good strategy, is this when you have companies coming in that don't have a track record and they're kind of testing the waters, they may not know how to develop these products right for the market. So you want to have a company that has a long track record of having these products on the market so you can see what the returns have been. In fact, a lot of insurance companies don't publish their renewal histories and everything else. Some companies do, so you want to be able to see that. And the next thing is work with an expert who really specializes in these policies like myself, because there's a dramatic difference in cost from one policy to the next. And like I mentioned kind of in the beginning, the reason that advisors used to say these policies don't make any money was cost, because they don't know how to set them up in a right way to get the cost down. So it will vary hugely from company to company. You can have a company that has a 20% load and then 10 and 15% loads for as long as you own the policy, where if you're in a low-cost policy, you can pay a one-time load of 5%. Now your money is growing tax-free. You do some specific strategies to get the cost of insurance really in that 1.25% range. So that's where you can have these policies set up and growing and tax-free. But if you don't do it right, or you're with the wrong company, or if it's not set up correctly, I mean, it's amazing just the differences that it will make for you and your returns. For example, if I call up an insurance company and say, hey, I have a client that wants to put in $50,000 a year into a policy, they're going to send me a much different scenario than the way I would design it, because I'm designing it for lowest cost, lowest fees, maximum growth for the client. Insurance company's kind of designing it more for the insurance company. And the same thing happens with a lot of agents. A lot of agents don't know that there's nuances and little things you can do in the policy that would make a difference. Like 10 years from now, your cash value is $200,000, or 10 years, it's $250,000. So there's little mistakes an agent can make in there that can cost you $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. So you really want to have someone that kind of knows how to do it. I first started buying these as a consumer. I got them for myself to put my own money in, so I've always bought them as a consumer and looked at, all right, how do I get the cost as low as I can? How do I get the maximum upside? Maximum upside is another thing that I would say is very important. A lot of policies, you might be stuck in one or two strategies, and you don't want to have that. You don't want to be stuck in a policy that just has an annual cap of 14% or just uses the S&P. You want to have a policy that has strategies that will use blended indexes. That's something that can let you capitalize on the growth in the global market. You want to have tech stocks. You want to have small caps. You want to have a variety of different strategies in there that will let you capitalize on whatever the market's doing, because you can change these strategies every year based on market conditions. And again, the videos that I have, some actual historical data, and they're showing all the different strategies that a good policy will have, what they've done over the last 25 years, and even more importantly, what they've done over the last 5 years. And that's a good thing. I think a lot of people have been interested to see not just the long term, but recently how much better these policies have performed. And the videos talk about that. There's a number of different videos we have and all kinds of resources, and we can email those out to people. You can watch them right online on your computer. Just leave your information on the voicemail. The number over at the office in Scottsdale is 480-970-5663. That's 480-970-5663.